here in Landover. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Eagles, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Let's go.
On first down, right back to Gibson. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once more, Gibson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with the new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold.
And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 7-0. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's intercepted. They find some open field here. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Ready.
And a lane slow and materializing there as they get maybe a yard up to the 45. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 29-yard line. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, break.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
They'll look to throw here. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2nd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Washington. From 6 yards away. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 21-0. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. See what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. They'll set up to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And some room to maneuver. And down inside the 15 he goes. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Gibson again. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6.
And the Commanders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They run the jet sweep. Dotson.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Commanders are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And it is 28-0.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Thrown out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught.
Arcega-Whiteside.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Going up top.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Eagles are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10.
They'll set up a throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now a timeout taken.
Here we go.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
19 tight. 19 tight. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Warrior, 70. Ready.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this 1st half.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need...
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
They'll try the left side with Gibson.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the 2nd half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
At the 50, at the 50.
He'll drop to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Garabay's kick is good,
and that will extend their lead even further.
so the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Back to throw here. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Back to throw. And the ball is knocked out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Ready!
They'll run the option right here on 1st down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. How about that? Their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. He'll look to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 28.
A huge play there for Washington.
So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
Davion Taylor there to bring him down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
Drop 50, drop 50. 60. 19 Lions.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
19. Cut 19.
They'll try to run this one in. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll look to throw, escaping the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, at the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
11.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That man tries to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
60 Bison.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll go with a keeper. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. It's a quarterback sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Well, I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken from just outside the 30. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
Steps away to his left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way? He should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go again. And this one is incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
19 tight, 19 tight.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him to completion.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
18 running. Panther 11.
They'll drop to throw. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Checking in on Houston. It's in the 4th quarter there. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
They run the toss now with Gibson.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And he's got some space here. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders come up with a late turnover, but it would probably only matter to the statistician.